Boom, boom, kaboom. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the special edition podcast with yours truly. Yes, boom, boom, kaboom. It's Newf Nukem. I'm in the room, and that is part of the reason I'm here tonight with you. It's going to be a disappointing podcast. So I'm going to brace you for the bad news because, yeah, it is time. It is time. Um, quite simply, guys. Put it this way: you know, um, my time on YouTube and this podcasting stuff has kind of run its course. So let's break it down and get right to the nitty gritty. After a couple of weeks of thinking about things wholeheartedly, I've decided that, you know what, I am going to pull the plug on all my podcasts. I know it's kind of weird considering that just a few weeks ago as well, I was considering adding a third podcast to the rotation. And I was thinking about doing a PlayStation centric podcast called the PlayStation Focus to go along with Good Morning Xbox and Gaming After Dark. So, but I think that's also what started the wheels turning because as much as I wanted to add another podcast, I'm just like, where do I find the time? How do I add that? And then I started realizing, it's taking up a certain amount of time a week. It's so many hours in the week. I'm dedicating the podcast. I'm barely even getting a chance to play games anymore. And it's just with the summer coming up, I'm going to be out riding my bike as much as possible. I need to have a little bit less distractions. And while this necessarily isn't a distraction, I've loved it, man. This has been a wild ride. It's been eight years since 2014. I think I started my YouTube channel, and probably, I guess, I should say for the first 3 or 4 years of the channel, I wasn't really doing much with it. It was just there. You just create a channel so you can join other people and watch their content. And I started putting some content on, but it's just lately too, man. The growth has been super stagnant, and I don't know why. I mean, you guys all think that my podcasts are great and et cetera, but obviously, I've shown a lot of support for people in this community. I've shown support for other podcasters and their products and their stuff, and I personally just don't feel it's been residual. I don't feel like people talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk, and I don't feel that support has come back. I've got to beg sometimes to get retweets and stuff like that from my shows, and I can't understand it. Something doesn't add up. I look at the view counts, and the view counts are fairly high, but yet, you know, the retweets and stuff are so bloody low. So I've talked to Titan already. I've talked to Titan. I've informed him. I've informed the Good Morning Xbox panel. I've informed the Gamers United Guild of all of this, and they understand where I'm coming from. Now, does that mean that I am? No, well, it's not quite April Fool's yet. Does that mean I'm not going to be around? Does that mean I'm not going to ever do a podcast again? No. I'm still open to doing some guest spots here and there when time permits, and hopefully to be on bigger podcasts and shows where there's actually like good stuff to talk about, like great topics and fire events, around summertime when they do the E3 kind of stuff, or when big news drops, maybe someone will ask me to come on and be with them on the show. So yeah, so that's it, guys. I'm pulling the plug. Now I'm not going to do this right away. I'm gonna give it a couple more weeks. I'm gonna basically, so the end of April. Let's see what that brings me up to. So if I get to April month, we are looking at Sunday. Yeah, it looks like it's the end of April. So the last podcast will be on the 24th of April, which will be a Good Morning Xbox. No, actually, the last one will be a yeah, Gaming After Dark on the 26th of April. That will be the final showing for me for a while. So I know it's really disappointing. A lot of people are going to be upset and disappointed by this. It's hard for me just to even be on here to announce it. I haven't done this wholeheartedly, and this is not me just stepping aside from a break. The last time I said that, I know I literally came back. It was probably a week, and I was back. But this is going to be more permanent. And there's a lot of things. It's the competition in the YouTube space has gotten extremely, extremely competitive. It's been very hard to find a time and a place my podcasts are already either too early or too freaking late. So where do I end up in the grand scheme of things? If I go in the time slots against the big podcasters, I'm going to get crushed. I'll get no viewers, and I get it. I don't do this. I never have. I don't do this for money, and I don't do this for the viewers per se. But I'm not going to lie, it would be nice. I mean, I've been here long enough now. I figured this shit would have been growing, and I mean, guys, I've been stuck at about 1,700, was it just over 1,700 subs for like months now. I think I've had one new subscriber in like fucking 40 days, you know? So it's discouraging. People say, you got this great podcast, Newf, and you got this, Newf, and you do this, Newf. I said, well, what the fuck is wrong? I mean, is there an aura that I put off? Is there secretly something in the community that people fucking hate my guts and are just too afraid to stand up and say that to my face? I don't know what it is. I don't know anymore. I get it. I don't put the big production into my shows like some other podcasters. Kudos to them. They got more time and money than I do. I just don't have the resources or the time. I wish I did, but hey, the other side of the coin is, guys, I'm looking at starting a second job. And with that second job, it's going to be very hard for me to get one if I'm telling the employer I basically can't do this night a week or this night a week or this day of a week because I'm doing podcasting. So it is what it is, man. Let's get to the chat, because you know what, guys, no matter what happens, you guys are an amazing part of this journey that I've been on. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. Monster 530, what's going on, brother? And Nate, how are you doing? Draven Arrow, what's good? Crazy Louis Gaming in the house. What is going on, my crazy brother? Good to see you. Soren X, what's happening, Soren? He drops a super chat of 317. All the best for your life. I will miss the show. I'm going to miss you guys too, man. You guys have been a part of the amazing journey. Kylo Milo, yeah, you've been a part of a lot of my shows. Rico Dennis, good to see you. AP Cool J, what is up, my good friend? The Doctor in the house. Atrocity Knights, John 907. Well, I hope that I've sorry, guys, let me collect my thoughts. Yeah. Well, I hope that I've given you guys tons of laughs. I know I've made myself laugh and other people laugh. It's been a long ride, guys. And it's not health. It's not health. It's not any of that stuff. So don't think, guys, don't think that it's personal reasons and stuff. It's just a lot going on. And I just got to step away. I love you too, guys. You guys are amazing. But I'll be back for Odd Podcast. It's just going to be really weird. It's going to be weird. It's going to be weird not chatting with you guys. It's going to be weird not doing Tuesday nights. And, it's kind of funny when it comes to timing, because Titan was just telling me this morning that, the timing in a sense is kind of weird because he's got to move this summer, which means he's probably not going to be around to do a lot of the gaming after dark stuff. Gaming After Dark, was a family, and Mag was a big part of that. He still is. He's still family, but we miss him, and he had to do stuff too for personal reasons, right? So it is what it is, guys. And I'm sorry. I don't mean to get emotional, but you guys have been a part of my life for a long time. I consider you guys just certainly a lot more than names or numbers in a chat. You guys are family. You're the kind of people that I would go out and have a beer with. I wish I was close enough to most of you guys that we could actually sit down and play games. And it's not just it's the whole rigmarole of this whole thing too, guys. Like when you commit to this kind of stuff, it really is a commitment. I don't think people understand sort of fully, I guess, unless you have a show and you produce a lot of content. Like it's a big effort every week. It's a big effort. You know, and it's time of your life. And you know, I've given up a lot. People don't often realize that, but I've turned down lots of events with friends and family. COVID's made everything tough too. You know, to be on these podcasts, you know. So you have to make those sacrifices, you know what I mean? So KJ, what's going on, brother? No, man, I'm never going to stop gaming. I'm not going to move away. I'm not going to sell all my consoles and do anything like that. And who knows? You know, maybe in a year's time, things will change, and I'll come back and want to restart up the podcast. And hopefully, you guys, I'm not going to obliterate my channel. I might lose a lot of followers, whatever. But you know, never say never. I'm not saying I'm entirely done with everything. I'm just, yeah, man. It's just time to step away. It's just been difficult, and I feel like I'm missing out on a lot. And I just feel frustrated. You know, like I said, the channel's been stagnant. I don't know. It's just been tough, man. What's going on, K Asante? Good to see you here, brother. Get drunk and have fun with FIFA. Absolutely. So we'll have a few shows left. I'll hopefully have some more great guests on this weekend. I'm looking forward to it. Good Morning Xbox. We're going to have Carlo, Italian Clowns. You guys might know him. So he's going to be on, and he's been looking forward to it because he has never been on. He's never been on Good Morning Xbox. He's looking forward to that. You know, and I'm going to be around. I'm going to, you know, I'm going to come in, like I said, guys, and do, you know, the guest stuff. And, you know, hopefully I'll be on lots of different, yeah, Clowns is awesome, man. Great stuff. John 907, thanks, man. Gad is amazing. It's been a great show. You know, and we were still no closer to making an official decision on our third member, but it looks like we're going to postpone that indefinitely until at least further notice. We'll see what happens. So yeah, it should be good. It should be a good time. We had a great podcast on Sunday with Kalechi Apakama. Is making that game Storm Right. It was a really good. If you guys missed that good interview, I suggest you go back and check it out. So I'll be around. I'll still hop into the odd community game night, but I'm going to leave the hosting duties pretty much up to Denitro and Cerebral Paul. Those guys can take the bull by the horns. Toad Dope, what's going on, man? You know, it's been a good ride, man, but like I just feel it's something I have to do. I'm also trying to cut down on a lot of expenses in life right now, and you know, even the StreamYard shit's 30 something bucks a month, man. Like I've cut out a lot of subs out of my life. I pretty much don't subscribe to any. I don't even have Netflix right now. You know, everything's getting so expensive, and it's a smorgasbord. It's just like you know, it's it's a perfect storm of everything coming together all at one time, and I just sat down and said, you know, I think I just need to do this. I need to I got a lot of things like personal health, a lot of those things I gotta do for myself. I will be around. You guys will, if you're following me on Twitter already, you'll see me from time to time on there. Although I do plan to basically try to step away from a lot of that because it's so toxic these days, and I think I'm also tired of the bullshit. You know, you can't have an opinion anymore without someone stepping down your throat. You know, you can't be an Xbox guy and a PlayStation. Well, you certainly can't be neutral. You can't like them all. You got to like one or the other. Heck, I lost people as soon as I said I was going to make a PlayStation centric podcast. Isn't that fucking crazy? What's going on, Mike Mullis? One of my good friends, longtime supporter, Atrocity Nights. Yeah, Twitter is Twitter, and it's not going to change, unfortunately. Guys in the chat know that. And Hacky Sack, good to see you here, man. I've done what many of you want to do with podcasting. Well, you know what? All you got to do is try. You know, I was fortunate. Like I said, my beginnings were small. I didn't even intend to really get into this stuff. But here it is, you know. And it's been a great ride. I've had a lot of good podcasts along the way. You know, like I said, going right back to, you know, going right back to the console corner, baby. That's where I made my small beginnings. GKB, She Wolf, Lady Foxfire. Um, you know, and there was so many other ones after the Game Dosage podcast. That was a great little thing. We had something great going there. I don't know why that podcast didn't take off. It was me and Jago Kukin and Stinking Corpse, Proto Foxy, Attack the Glitcher. We had Primal Eve. Shout out to Primal Eve. She is the original member of Gaming After Dark. When we started that one, it was just me and her. And she kind of left, and Titan came in. It was kind of the three of us then. And then after that, of course, the Mag joined us, and that sucked. That was a blow. That was a big blow this year to lose Mag. I thought he was going to be around for a while, and due to personal reasons in his life, he had to leave, and he's not even going to be around as much. Like, life gets in the way, man. That's part of it, right? That's called adulting, no matter what it is. So, yeah, and I appreciate that, Mr. Mullis, Stinger. That's just the thing, man. Just send out the bat signal from time to time. I can't guarantee. Like I said, I'm going to try to leave my appearances to few and far between, I suppose you could say. And I prefer to come on guests on shows if the topics are really juicy. Topics are juicy, and you need an extra guy to jump on your show. Absolutely. Eric the Red, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Love you too, Swiss Bliss. God Mad, what's going on, brother? Sir X-Man in the house. Yeah, brother. Sir X-Man, you're a good dude, man. Glad I could have you on our show a couple weeks back. Like I said, man, but I'm going to be trying to do, essentially, when I walk away from this, I'm going to try to do more gaming. Just get back to playing games. So if you've already added me on Xbox or PlayStation, then you're going to see me online, and I'm going to be trying to get some gaming in, man, get some shit completed, get to that backlog, and all that sort of stuff, and get out on the evenings, the beautiful evenings now, try to take advantage of the weather and the sun while we have it. Because if you guys are familiar with Alberta, especially Canada, Alberta, Canada, our winters are very freaking long here. So, you get snow right into the freaking spring half the time. So, Albert G, what's going on, brother? Good to see you in the chat. Albert, I know we haven't always seen eye to eye, but I definitely respect you, man. That's one thing I got to also shout out to the moderators and everybody that's come out to be a part of the show, because you guys have kept it real. Of all my podcasts, there's rarely been any shenanigans. There's rarely been any crap. People have kept it real. Jesse Derby, what's going on, my brother? Good to see you too, my friend. If we play again, I'll be the O's and the donuts. Yes, but good to see everybody here. You know what? It makes me really happy to see the names in this chat tonight. Many of you are very familiar with my podcast. It's good to see you. It really is. Sorry to get emotional, but it is. This is not a. It's not a decision I took lightly. It's not something I'm waving around. And this time, it's not just, I'm going to take a couple of weeks break here and come back, guys. Like, I'm stepping away. This, Watch This Happen. Great name, because that's exactly it. Stepping away for the better. Maybe come back stronger in the future. But, man, it's just one of those little things. And I'll be around, but it's just be a lot less of me. So when I am on a podcast or wherever you see me, just... we'll just have to take advantage of that, right? So, absolutely. So, like I said, for the month of April, guys, if you haven't checked out my shows in a while or whatnot, I'd certainly appreciate the support for the last few shows going out, all that stuff. Jay the Story had nothing but love right back for all you guys. I'll still make people laugh from time to time with Cletus and Safe House and Arnold and all that shit, and maybe some of the big YouTubers might have me on once in a while to bring a little humor to some of their shows. God knows some of their shows could use a little bit more humor. We all could use a few laughs because this world is it's a toxic fuckhole right now. Pardon my language, but I don't know, man. You're bringing up kids in this world right now. I don't know if I envy you or I feel sorry for you. I definitely feel sorry for your kids and their kids, grandkids, because I don't know where this world's going to be in 20, 30 years. Even the gaming, even when it comes to gaming, guys, you follow me long enough to know how I feel about games, about the ecosystem that we're in. Still not a huge fan. As a matter of fact, this year, when my Game Pass is actually up, and that's in November, I have no intentions of resubscribing. And I know I can already see that what the fuck expression in the chat. Um, Again, I don't like subscriptions. I've never been a fan of them. I'm not going to be a fan of them, right? Um, I'm going to buy the few games that I really want to play. I'm going to buy less games, but buy more games I want. I'm going to play the shit out of those games. And no, I don't need any more Game Pass. I do not want anyone to gift it because I'll just give it away. I'm done with Game Pass. I've had my little experiment with it, and while it's been fun, I don't like subscription models. It's not how I roll. But I'm not going to get into that because we've been down this road 150,000 freaking times. You know what I mean? So, and the news portal, if you're just coming in late, is basically I'm stepping away from the podcast game. I'm not leaving the community. I'm not going to close the channel, but I'm basically gaming after dark. Good morning, Xbox. They'll be finished as of the end of April. I'm just kind of stepping away from all this crap to take care of a lot of things I want to take care of in my life. One of the fucking things I damn well got to do is I need to get healthy again. I want to get back playing hockey and back in the nets. And for the last couple of years, I've struggled since my surgery, trying to get healthy, trying to get weight off. I'm a big fat fuck right now, and I need to lose some weight. So that's got to happen, right? So yeah, I gave it a fair shot, Albert. You know what? That's just it. I gave it a good shot. I gave it a good shot. I guess things didn't come as easy as I thought. For a while, my channel was kind of taking off, and I was really happy. And lately, it's just fuck. I don't know. It's like I feel like I hit a brick wall. I feel like I can't understand it. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, man, it is what it is. It is what it is. Um, so I got to thank everybody that's helped me on the journey along the way. Shout out to guys like Graphic God who welcomed me from day one. Set up my graphics, did an amazing job. Did the banners and the YouTube ads and stuff for Gaming After Dark and all my other podcasts. He just nailed it, killed it. Great stuff. So shout out to Graphic God. I got to shout out, obviously a couple of guys one more time. Guys, I know that they're going to take a lot of heat when I say their names, but I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't have this podcast right now. I wouldn't be saying this right now if it wasn't for, like I said, guys like Graphic God and Crap Gamer and Mooch. Those guys were some of the guys who invited me into this community way back when, gave me my start. The rest is kind of history. Then the console corner, you can love them or hate them, but you know what? Mooch and Crap have always been good guys to me. And I'm not here to hate on anybody. How you want to roll your content moving forward, that's up to you. That's not on me, right? So yeah, so just things I got to do, man. I'll be around the community. I'll still be playing some games with people. You're just going to see a whole lot less of me, even on Twitter. I want to roll that back extremely. I don't want to be active on that bullshit either. Just too much nutty stuff all the time. But I'll definitely be watching some YouTube stuff and from time to time and trying to stay up on top of the news that's coming down the pipe. Yeah, I'm gonna stop doing the podcast here, Iceman. It sucks, but it is what it is. It's just something I got to do. I got a lot of stuff on the go, and like I said, and I don't want to become. I've always said, and I said this to my panel members. I said, when it gets to the point that we start becoming consistent at being inconsistent, that's when you got to take a look at everything and step aside. Because nothing worse than doing a podcast and you never know who's going to show up on your panel from week to week. Stuff kind of sucks. Ham Solo, what's going on, brother? So that's where it's at. And I feel that in time here, I feel that I'm going to miss shows. And as an audience, you guys don't deserve that either, because I've seen how quickly when you have a few weeks off in podcasting and you get out of a rhythm, people leave, people kind of take off, people, they kind of forget, that you're even there sometimes. What's going on, Mav? Fun speculation. There's a great guy in the community, guys. If you're not subscribed to his channel, you should certainly do so. He's got a lot of amazing, great shows. Him and his wife, Caitlin, and the entire crew, guys like Pong Soul and Steel Rain and, Psychonauts. Lady AF. All the shout out as well to my brothers, my family over at Gaming Beyond the Box. Those guys are amazing. Wilmy Hood, ACS Husk, Leonidas, Fork Boy, Lady AF, Dreadpool. Dreadpool is a great guy. Jago Kukin, what's up? There's a brother of mine right there, Jago Kukin. Yeah, man, good to see you. Tool Man, what's happening? So a lot of brothers in this community, absolutely. Stinking Corpsey, Crazy Greek Dude, Cyber Gunter, Siberia, all these amazing people. Shout out, like I said, even to my good buddy Attack the Glitcher, who we should have had a great thing. I was saying this earlier, Jago, before you popped in, man. We had a great little thing going when we did the Game Dosage podcast, and I don't know what the fuck happened, but it was too bad. Vader Gaming, another great guy right there. Make sure you check out his podcast, Sundays TXR. Great little show on Sunday nights. Four Guys with Quarters, 4GQ TV, I think they call it now. Italian Clowns. He's going to be a guest this weekend, Sunday morning on Good Morning Xbox. So, and that's just it. John, Tuesday nights won't be the same. No, absolutely. And that's just it, man. It's just hard to find a time to podcast anymore. At this point in time now, when you make a podcast or you make a time, it feels like you're going up against all your friends, because I've got so many friends in this community and so many people that have their own channels, and it's so hard to find a time slot that fits most people. You know what I mean? It's the announcement, Tool Man, is that I'm going to be no longer doing any more podcasts. I'm closing down Good Morning Xbox and Gaming After Dark. Okay, so for those of you who are just catching up, yeah, there you go. Yeah, we all miss Glitcher, man, and Photo Proxy, and and Vader. Who else? Stinking Corpse. We had Primal Eve. God, I miss Primal. She was amazing. I wish I could have got her back on a podcast. She was so funny, very different than any of the other female podcasters we saw in the community, that's for sure. Are you okay? I got a super chat coming in from Drawn TJ. $5. Drawn TJ, are you still going to do your podcast? And the answer is no. I'm not. Even the new one that I was planning on bringing out, the PlayStation Focus podcast, I basically killed it before it even got off the ground. So, like I said, I suggest suck in the last few of these that I'm going to be on for the next while, because, like I said, I'm not going to be doing. I will show up, as I said, on a few guest appearances from here and there, but they're going to be few and far between. So, yeah. It's I know, man, it's tough to catch podcasts. It's tough to be available. It's tough to even listen to them all on the replays. If I watched and listened to every podcast I actually like, I'd probably spend about 40 hours a week listening or watching podcasts, because I can literally list off an easy 8 to 10 of them right now that I really enjoy. Right. Yeah. That's right, man. When you get consistent at being inconsistent, then you got a problem. And sometimes you just gotta change it up, man. And yeah, look, hey, I got hair, guys. I still remember that time when somebody asked if I had hair, because I always had the caps on my head and people didn't think, I got the curly locks, right? Yeah. Hey, Mr. Joanna Dark, what's going on, brother? Good to see you here. Yeah, it's like I said, big summer coming up. I'm looking at getting a second job. Definitely could use a little income right now in my life. Me and the wife have been struggling a little bit, and I could use a little bit of the income. So, and that's just it. What am I supposed to do? And I'm trying to find it. I currently work every day till 6 in the evening, Mountain Time. And if I'm constantly going to tell the employer, well, I can't work this night of the week and this night of the week and this night of the week because I got podcasts, well, he's going to laugh me right out of the fucking room. So, I might as well move along, right? Yeah, man. Well, that's how you get good at podcasting. When you do a lot of them, you become very comfortable. That's one of the things. You get comfortable, and some guys got a natural ability for podcasting, and you can see that sometimes right away. That's, like I said, when I brought Mag into Gaming After Dark, that was something that was apparent immediately, that he had this presence, he had a great articulation, he was funny, he had charisma, and I certainly was not wrong by bringing him in, because we've all seen what he's kind of went on to do. So Drawn TJ, $2 is going to be sad not to see Gaming After Dark. Yes, well, it's going to be sad come Tuesday night sometimes when I expect to go to the basement and fire this stuff up. So Um, yeah. Yeah, I think it's I'm not sure what you mean, but think it's Portal when he's not podcasting, he's always working when he isn't podcasting. Like that's just it. It's just really hard to find the time between podcasting and working and life and then gaming. And that's something I've realized in the last while. I haven't been doing near as much gaming as I should be because I'm doing a lot of other things. Now that's partly on me. I've probably got the worst time management skills of anybody in history. There's a lot of times, I'll sit in the basement. I got all the time in the world to fire up my Xbox or PlayStation. You know what? I just rather sit down and turn on Spotify and listen to tunes sometimes. Anybody ever get like that? You just get these days where you gotta sit down and listen to a lot of your tunes. Iceman draws $4.99 super chat. Iceman, good friend of mine going way back. Sucks. This news sucks. But I hear you, bro. It's not easy. More time for gaming. Yes. But even the community game nights, I'm going to leave it up to Paul and Denitro to host most of those. I'm not going to be sitting down stressing what games to play each week. And I'm certainly not going to sit there and take time out of my Saturday nights when 3 people show up to play a game. The games are announced well in advance. Most of them are on Game Pass. So I've always said to people, you either want to show up or you don't. It's I'm going to say it's the old mantra in life. If you don't use it, you lose it. But there's always people that'll take up the mantle. So we got a big community. There are amazing people in it. I don't have to be a part of it all the time. You know what I mean? You know, um, yeah, Eric the Red, I totally sympathize with you. I don't work 6 days. Sometimes I might have the odd 6 day week. I usually have 2 days off. Most of the time they're Saturdays and Sundays, for the most part. And a lot of times then when a Saturday rolls around, I gotta hang out with the wife too. I got a wife that, I gotta spend time with her. You can't just get off of work, eat your meal, and then go play games for 8 and 10 hours. Now, if you got a life like that, kudos to you, but I certainly don't. Like I said, I got a new love in my life. Last year I bought my motorcycle, and I'm not going to lie, guys, things changed immensely when I bought that motorcycle. I even said the other day, and I'm not going to lie, that if I had to sell everything tomorrow and keep one thing, it would be my motorcycle. I love riding. I want to ride as much as I freaking can this summer. Even though the gas prices are killer. Gonna need a second job just to fill up the tank. Um, you know, yeah, man, I love listening to tunes, man. Music is my soother. You know what I mean? That's sometimes you're just in those moods, and the only thing that gets me through the tough times is music. Gaming's fun, but it's the music that has saved my life more than one occasion. Let me tell you. Um, I do listen to Our Lady Peace Kalamata. I love Our Lady Peace, except for the new stuff. A lot of their new stuff is absolute trash. But yeah, so yeah, gaming is really hard to do, man. That's one of the things. Like if you don't have a job, it's really hard to game. And like I said, when you got the money, you don't have the time. And when you don't have the time, you probably don't have the money, right? Canadian gas is soaring. It's crazy up here. I think if you had to convert it to gallon, it's I think it's just about $8 a gallon, something like that. You guys go in gallon, we go in liter. So up here right now for me, it's $1.65 a liter. That's for regular gas, and I have to put the premium in my motorcycle, which means I'm paying a dollar. I think it's $1.95.9 for a liter. Yeah, man. Well, the metal, I don't listen to much metal anymore. I like some of it. I can't do death metal. I can't do anything where the guy goes, I can't do that stuff. If I can't understand what a guy is saying in a song, then I cannot listen to it. Um, this is where you met Joe Dunmore. Yeah, too bad. I'm sure he'll probably pop in just a minute. Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like, we've got such a great community here. Like, looking at all you guys here tonight really does make me happy. And thank you for showing up because the names that are here, like you guys, you're here like almost every week. It's just too bad I couldn't fill this up with 100 or 200 every week and get more new people in. I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah, look at the speaking of the devil, Joe Dunmore. He's here. Joe Dunmore. Yeah, just a short-term vacation. Well, like I said, man, I'm not never saying never, and I'm not closing down my channel. I'm not necessarily gonna like it's done and over for those podcasts. Now, mind you, if I go to restart them up, maybe it's 6 months or it's a year down the road. If my panel members are still available and they still want to rejoin me, great. If not, I move along with new people. But it's just what I got to do right now. John TJ drops another $5 in the chat and says, I support you, Newf. You got to do what's best for you, bud. What about Titan Draw? Well, Titan, I'm sure he will land on his feet. I'm sure when he's not doing Smite, he's probably, or not doing Gaming After Dark, he's probably going to be up to his eyes in Smite, or he may end up on another podcast. He has been making some appearances on the Iconic Video Games podcast with Axel and company on Friday night. So, yeah. So, yeah. Well, John, I asked myself the same thing. I mean, if Gaming After Dark was so much like every other podcast out there, I'd probably be like, okay, I get why it's stagnant. But Gaming After Dark really isn't like many other podcasts out there. I can't even think of one. I mean, the closest to Gaming After Dark might be Gaming Beyond the Box with Wilmy Hood and company. But I mean, Gaming After Dark, this is the chemistry, the laughs, a little bit of everything. And that's for the like of me. I sit here sometimes and go, why don't we have more people? Why don't we have at least 150 a show? And again, it's that time. Some people say, we'll make a show earlier. Okay. But whose toes do we got to tread on? Whose show do I got to overlap? That sort of stuff, right? So yeah. Hanging up the cleats, hanging up the cleatus. Emmanuel A1, good to see you, my brother. Crazy Greek dude's going on. What's going on? Crazy, good to see you as well. And $5. You're the man, Newf. Well, you are the man as well, Emmanuel. Thanks so much for being here. Bearded Banga, good to see you. You changed your name to Papa Woody because I wanted a funny name for Gad. Well, that was a great name. And make sure you change it back because it's still amazing. Love it. Gad was a highlight your work week. It's a lunch over here. All the best. Well, I suppose the worst case scenario, you can always go back and check out I don't know how many episodes we had. You go back and watch the old ones. There's still probably a good laugh and maybe a few things you missed here and there. The break is probably going to do me some good. I feel it's kind of needed. I don't know. There's no perfect time for this. But like I said, man, with the summer coming up and so much on my plate, and I got to try to get a new job or at least a part-time job and a few different things, man. I don't do this for the money, and everybody knows that. But I'm not going to lie, the money would be great if my channel was to the point. If my channel got to big enough to the point where I could actually make like a steady income at this, that would help immensely. But unfortunately, it's not. I could do a lot more giveaways, and two, I would have extra income that, I could, just like I said, get bills paid and all that sort of shit. You know what I mean? So, but I'm not in that category, man. I'm chump change over here. So, Fonzarelli, he's a great guy and he's got a great podcast, indeed. Like I said, it's kind of sad that as soon as I also announced that I was going to make a PlayStation-centric podcast, I actually lost followers. That's just how toxic and shitty this fucking community is. That if, like I said, I don't sell out, right? I'd rather give up than sell out. I'm not going to sell out. I'm not going to play Fortnite for clicks. I'm not going to clickbait people into watching my channel. You guys know me. I stick to my guns. And I've always said, if that's who I have to be to make a popular channel, if I got a console war and do clickbaity stuff, then I'm not in that, man. That's not the game that I roll. Crazy Louie, he's here and he's dropping the Dominican Republic 250. If we reach 2K on Newf, we'll run in a Speedo in Gaming After Dark. Yeah, maybe I'll have to do, if my channel gets up to 2K, then maybe I'll have to do an impromptu podcast, just like you said, with a real tight leotard or Speedo on or some shit. So, Cyber Gunter, good to see you in the house, brother. How are you, man? Hope all is good. Yeah, probably pissed off some Xbox for sure, Portal player. Kind of sucks. Like I said, I've always been a pretty, well, I'm not going to say neutral because I don't think anybody's neutral. I've always preferred Xbox. You guys know that. Hence, good morning, Xbox. But I feel that I love PlayStation enough and I've got enough articulation and enough knowledge of the products, being a PlayStation owner all my life, of every single product they've ever had, with the exception of the original PlayStation. Only one I never owned, simply because I went and bought the Sega Saturn instead. And of course, back then, during the original PlayStation era, they didn't, it's not like they were a big brand. We all knew Sony, but we knew them as a TV manufacturer. Nobody knew them as a legitimate game contender. Heck, well, here we go. Fast forward 30 plus years and so much has changed. Prophet, good to see you here, my friend. I was glad a lot of you guys in this chat tonight. It's amazing, including Prophet. I've been a guest on GAD at one point. And you know what? We've never had a bad guest. We've had some guests, obviously, who've been a bit nervous, and that was to be expected and totally understandable. But we've always had great guests. Gaming After Dark's always been a fun show, man. Crazy Louie's been on a couple of times. If you guys missed those shows when he's been on, what a laugh we've had. My God, when he did the FIFA that time, was so good. Exactly. So, Sony's a juggernaut in the gaming world now, right? And I love their product. I love their game. I don't like some of their business practice. I think you'd have to be a fool to just admit that you like everything they're doing. And perhaps they wouldn't be so glaring if it wasn't for the fact that Xbox has kind of went reversed. And Xbox is kind of giving you more, and PlayStation seems to be giving you less, essentially, Drawn TJ dropping $20. Super chat. Newf, I discovered your awesome podcast, Gaming After Dark, and listened to all the episodes. It's not going to be the same without it. It's not going to be the same for me not being here on Tuesday nights, brother. But like I said, just cross your fingers. I'm not going anywhere. I'll still be around. You'll probably end up catching me on a few guest spots on a few podcasts here and there. You know what I mean? Sir X, man, he's dropping $2 in the super chat. You're representing old school gamers proudly. Well, I like to consider myself a pretty damn old school gamer. Big time Sega Master System, Sega Genesis kid growing up, baby. It was all about the Sega life for me. Seems like a lot of guys who grew up on the Sega went right into Xbox for some weird reason. It's kind of weird. Newf, my guys on Xbox put me on timeout when I misbehave. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, well, it's going to be on a pretty long hiatus this time, Prophet. This isn't one of those 1 week and I'll be back kind of deals. That sort of thing. FIFA Lena and the Thong, I would love to see. Sounds like there's been a challenge, Crazy Louie. You might have to talk to FIFA Lena. Oh, man, you guys are amazing. It does warm my heart. I tell you, if there's any reason to ever bring back a podcast or reconsider coming back, it would be you guys. Because looking at you in the chat right now, it's like I said, you made me emotional earlier tonight, as you can see in my eyes. Like I don't get emotional over much, but just coming out to make this announcement has made me pretty emotional. So yeah, man. Well, as I said, man, I get that too. I've always said I'd rather have 30 or 40 amazing people watching a show than hundreds of people that are here for the wrong reasons. They're just here to squabble, fight, and everything else. So I think that's been accomplished. But it would, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke. I would have been nice to see my channel at this point. I mean, after 8 years, I thought I would be a lot further along than I am, especially when I have what I think are two phenomenal podcasts. Sure, they don't have gameplay in the backgrounds and amazing graphics and stuff that pop up on screen. But at the end of the day, it's irrelevant because nobody really shows up to watch a podcast to watch somebody's gameplay in the background. We generally come out to see the panel members and hear their thoughts on the latest gaming news and stuff. You know what I mean? So, I figured it'd have been a lot further along than that, big following. Well, I wish if my following on here was as good as my Twitter following, I'd be laughing. I'm closing in, I think, on 5,000 followers on Twitter, for fuck's sake. But yet I'm struggling to even get 2,000 subs on this thing. Go fucking figure. So yeah, it's the drama thing, man. I'm telling you, all I got to do is switch my titles and sell myself short, and people come to watch. Maybe I should have titled this tonight. Newf Nukem shows off his man boobs or something on the screen, and I would have had probably 100 people in here. 46 amazing people in here now. That's impressive. Vic, the click. What is happening, Vic? Good to see you. I just started hearing the podcast. Yes, the tears crying out. Amazing podcast, little bro. Thank you, brother. Drawn TJ, everyone hit the like button for Newf. At least we can play games. And like I said, you got a few more weeks to enjoy my podcast because this isn't like the last one. I'm going to go right till the end of April, which means the 26th Tuesday Gaming After Dark will be the final one for a long period of time. I'm not going to put a date stamp on anything, but that's the intention anyway. So, yes. Alrighty. Anyway, Cerebral Paul in the house. Did I see Cerebral Paul? Soren X, what's going on, brother? I'm not sure. I don't know if Paul's here or not. I got to shout out to all my brothers, like I said, on the GUG, Cerebral Paul, Dragon 108 TV, Dragon, Lemon. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for all your support. All those guys over there, Fastback, HTK, Mike Mullis, Stinger, all those people, man, like just Graphic God, incredible crowd in the GUG. Speaking of, you want to check out their channels, and I suggest that you do. Highly comes recommended from Newf Nukem. Go check them out. A lot of guys, Italian Clowns, Carlo, he's in part of there as well. But you can check them out at www.gamersunitedguild.com. It's that simple. Go give them a look. See, guys, if you haven't already, you'll see a lot of guys in there that you already know and love, like Cerebral Paul, my amazing crusty-ass panel member for Good Morning Xbox. We're going to leave it up to Paul now to run more of those community game nights. J-Rock, what's up, bro? What's going on? Good to see you. Droid Who is in the chat, dropping $1. What's going on, Droid Who? Yeah, we had a great game the other night. Droid, fantastic games of Call of Duty, man. That was a laugh. DJ Berto Doss, another longtime fan of the show. Got to shout out to the guys like Timothy Nixon, too. Doggy Dog, Spider-Man 356, who are not in the chat tonight, but man, those guys have been super supportive, going way back years. Spider-Man has supported me. Spider-Man 356, if you guys have ever seen him, because he's not on Twitter, but he's been in my podcast chats a lot, and he has supported me, man, since probably since day one. It is crazy. Yes, ain't crusty. Get up and check that out, Paul. DJ Bernados, boom, boom, kaboom, $2 up in here. Go out with a boom. Yeah, on the 26th of the month, hopefully I'll make it a special one. I'm going to see on the 26th for Gaming After Dark. I'm going to see if I can round up the old crew. I'm going to see if I can get some of the old-time panel. It'd be great if I could get Mag Primal Eve in there for that one. That would be amazing. And I have a long-ass show that night, let me tell you. Yes, I might have to take off the Wednesday morning on the 27th so I can just stay up and we'll just kill that one. You know what I mean? Not hearing Smite on a weekly basis, no shit, eh? Like, man, yeah, tightening his damn Smite. He definitely loves that game. Holy mackerel. Yeah, well, I know, man. The timing sucks. I know there are a lot of new people in the chat who just found the show and are enjoying it. But like I said, I just got to make these decisions, man. I didn't jump into it lightly. And like I said, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to just close my channel. I'm not going to, just disappear off the face of the freaking earth, hopefully sometime when I come back on the camera, though, hopefully I'm down about 50 or 60 pounds. That's one of my goals. And, get rid of this old grizzle for the sizzle. Starting to look like Peter Griffin here now without the glasses on. Damn. Game Down Sights. Yeah, $2. What's going on, Game? Good to see you, man. Keep your spirits up, brother. You're talented as fuck. Yeah, well, I'm good at farting during podcasts. We've all figured that out. You're gonna, whenever the camera goes off, because Noof's getting ready to roll a fart. Yeah, DJ Ritter, let's see if you can get Primal on too. Well, I'm going to try my damnest. You guys might all have to send her a private message. Tell her marking the 26th. FarQ, what's going on, FarQ and FarQ too? Only found out, yes. Yeah, man. Just one of those things, dude. But you guys should be happy knowing that I'm going to be cranking my bike. I'm going to be riding in a lot of sunsets. Come this summer, man. It's going to be a good time. Best farts in the business. Best farts when a guy's talking on a podcast, that's for sure. Nothing throws people off than watching them go, did we just hear Newf just shit himself? Did he just shit? Oh, my God. Got to get Joe on the last show. Joe who? Joe Dunmore? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, well, I'm sure there's a few people on. I probably intended to get on the show and never did. So this show sucks. What's going on, man? Shucks that the show is ending. Yeah, and like I said, in the response, I had a lot of, like I said, the response from the GUG, obviously, and Titan, and from my panel members. I think they were really pretty understanding. I think for a lot of them too, like I think they're sad that it's going to end, but also, there's been a few other people that have gotten started their own shows since then or become panel members and other things, and I think that it's like all of us. So if you stretch yourself too thin, sometimes it's like a pizza crust. There's going to be holes and the sauce gets through. Yeah, man. What I'll do, from time to time when there's enough good news and stuff, I'll just come back and do an impromptu personality podcast. Bring Cletus, Safehouse, and Arnold to come back for a half an hour and just shoot the shit. If that's what makes people happy, you know what I mean? Crazy needs to go for Gad. Yes. Well, I gotta admit to you, Crazy. You were certainly as far as that third person we considered. You were definitely high on the list. We just hadn't made it any actual decision. So, yeah, that's right. Yeah, if you missed part of this podcast or you just want a better summary, it's in the description of the video here, guys. So, yeah. Yeah, when it pops up in the prompt, like now 50 people on an impromptu. Now that's weird, right? 50 people, you guys coming out to watch this ugly fat fuck on a podcast shooting the shit here, and struggle to get lots of people on my Good Morning Xbox podcast in the morning. It's crazy. Dron TJ, you're gonna need another paycheck if you keep dropping the super chats, bro. What'd you say? Your favorite was when you answered about using my plus frames to beat Terminator in Mortal Kombat. Yes. Oh man, bringing up the memories here. John TJ, $5. I asked the Iron Lords if they can shout out your show Sunday to get people to go look at all your amazing episodes on both podcasts. Oh, awesome, John TJ. Greatly appreciate it. Those guys are amazing. Shout out to the Iron Lords. Nothing but love and respect for those guys. They do a great job. They're a lot of fun as well, man, and they deserve more support than they've even got. But they are growing. They're doing pretty well. Their brand is fairly recognizable, and they got some real talented guys on their panel. Know the industry, but they're entertaining as well, and that's part of it, right? It's a lot of us can talk the talk, but when you got to sit here in front of an audience, you got to also be able to keep the conversation going, be entertaining, and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, it was a good run in the mornings, because you come out of that podcast, and then you get, of course, the guys from Season Gaming, Ains and Porsche Poor, whatever you want to call them. And they're amazing podcasts, and then have Iron Lord. So it was a stacked Sunday. I mean, that's the thing. Every week is stacked now. Like when I started this gig, there was very few podcasts compared to what we got now, and that's it's part of the issue too, man. It's the spaces are too crowded. A lot of the people kind of enjoy multiple shows, so if you're not watching one show, you're on another. So we're kind of splitting up the audiences, so to speak, a little bit. Then it's all it's all the console war crap and the shit that you go through on social media, and yeah, it gets a bit much. You're trying to support people, but you can't listen to 10 different people talk about the same topic all week long. I mean, I suppose you could, but like I said, if we're watching podcasts, if we're creating podcasts, if we're listening to podcasts, what's something you're not doing? You're not gaming. You can't be gaming. I can't understand that you can be gaming and taking in that many podcasts or creating that many podcasts, right? I mean, I'm even finding it tough to do these. And I've got 2 podcasts a week. On average, that's 4 hours a week, right? So there you go. 4 times 4, that's over 16 hours a month just in podcasting alone, right? That starts to add up. It starts to sound like a lot when you do it, right? So there's a lot of shows same night. I mean, my God, Thursday nights, for example, holy Toledo, man. Like there's so many podcasts on Thursday nights. And I get it because everybody's in this for a different reason. I didn't get into it for money, as I said, but the money would be nice. If I can make a little extra income steadily and with YouTube, it'd be phenomenal. But it's a living you can't count on unless your channel is big enough where you can almost, like I said, you can almost practically stay home and pay the bills with it. Then you're rocking. But until then, Yeah, Drawn TJ, I will, but we'll wait for a while. And maybe, one of those nights, especially when there's lots of juicy news throughout the week, maybe sometime this summer I'll come back and do a show, when there's lots of great games being announced or something that, is really worth talking about, not just coming on here every week and hearing myself have a brain fart. Yeah, see, Cerebral Paul's on a lot of podcasts, and he gets drained talking about the same stuff every week. So he's tend to suggest lesser but more interesting topics. And I think for the most part, Paul, I think we've done a really good job with that on Good Morning Xbox, because on that particular show we don't often we don't often just stick to the big topics. We have a lot of different stuff in between, and I definitely think that show. Like last week, on last Sunday, if you guys missed it, we did pretty much the entire podcast talking to a developer just to mix things up, because a lot of people, it's good to hear from these indie guys who actually make and create games and the processes that they have to go through that. Yeah, Titan Drago should do his own show. I'll recommend that he should. You know what? And if Titan wants to continue on with Gaming After Dark, if he wants to continue to mantle on Tuesday nights, he's more than welcome. I don't own these shows. I might have been the host, but I don't own it. So if he wants to do Tuesday nights and he wants to find someone else to do it with him, he can go right back to it. And then if he wants me to come back and host when I'm ready to return, if and when, sure. So I'll leave that out there, and I'll definitely mention it to him. So, but that's pretty much it. Getting paid mad donations right now. Yeah, no doubt, eh? Everybody making it rain up in here. It's craziness. Like I said, man, those super chats, they're appreciated, but certainly not required. I've never begged, never asked for nobody for nothing. I don't even have I don't even do, what do you call it? What do you guys call it? The memberships to my channel. And you know why I don't do it? Because if I don't have the time to really give you the content you're paying for, if I'm not giving you the extra, I'm not asking you to become a member of my channel. I'm not going to make you a member and you pay me a monthly fee just so you can have your name scroll across the board. You deserve more than that. So that's the reason I've never done it. And I've had people say, how can I become a member? That's why I didn't do it. Because if I can't give you extra content, bang for your buck, then why bother? If you're going to pay me a month subscription fee, then I owe it to you to actually make content, even if that's like you get an extra episode of Cletus or some fucking thing like that. You know what I mean? And no, I'm not gonna trade my PS5, and I'm still going to do some streams over on YouTube and on Twitch, hopefully as well. So, yeah, Clement. Well, I'm kind of leaving them for an extended period of time. How long, we don't know. But basically dropping my 2 shows and just kind of moving on with different things. You think Gaming After Dark was worth a membership? Yeah, well, it was a great podcast. You guys just showing up to Gaming After Dark was a membership to me. I've done my best, like I said, to acknowledge everybody in the chats, each and every show. Metal Girl Squall, what's up, buddy? Dizzy Delta. Chase Jones, one of my longtime buddies right there. What's going on, brother? Yeah, he's been following me since the console corner. Not many people in this chat can say that they've been right there since the beginning. Make me a mod on your stream and I'll tell people to sub donate or get the fuck out. Are you not a mod already? If you're not, I will make you one right now, man. I'll make you one right now. Good old Prophet. Yeah, I do have a lot of. There you go, Prophet. I'm gonna make you one right now, man. There you go. Last time, man. Here we go. Your wish shall be my command. There you go, brother. You're now a mod. Oh, all right. Yes, and that's another thing. The podcast. I've been very fortunate because the moderators have not had to work very hard on my podcast, because that's the kind of following I've had. I've had a very, really great following. You guys are amazing. Just I don't throw it to Lucy, because you really are. You really are amazing. You guys made me tear up earlier just with the kind words you got, So, Astray Gaming's in the house. What's going on, man? All mods all the time. But you guys are awesome, man. Like you make me laugh too, man. This is the thing. Your comments in the chats. Some shows it's just you watch the comment section and it's nothing but just vomit. It's just console war crap. You guys come in here We've always said, I don't know how many times me, Titan, and Mag have stopped after show, and you guys should have heard the conversations. Like we've literally sat there some nights and talked about you guys and how amazing the chats were. Like, man, do you see that chat just eating this up and staying the whole show, and great, comments and great questions, great support. We've talked about that many times. With just amazing, how amazing you guys really are, and give yourselves all a pat on the back for that. Because if you're in this chat right now, you guys, you do mean the world to me. Like I said, we don't always agree on stuff. I know some of you in here at times have probably thought I was the dumbest man alive or the most stubborn man alive, and perhaps a bit of both from column A and column B. But at the same time, you've come out to, come out to support. You haven't wavered. You know that sometimes, yes, I speak very passionately, and you know that sometimes my best content is when I'm passionate about stuff. It isn't always a popular opinion, but sometimes it's just how I feel, and I can't change the way I feel. Boy band the porn. Yes, Jesse Darby, you have been around a very long time, my friend, and thank you so much for that. The upcoming PlayStation podcast, I've already talked to PlayStation Bra and Peniac Giant, and we will not be going forward with that. So, killed it before it even got off the ground. I'm not going to kill other two shows and start a new one. All three have got to exist or none at all. And I am serious. I wish I could say that it wasn't. This was all a big April Fool's joke, but if you can see this, we're not quite at April yet. So, but catch me around. Like I said, I'm looking forward to streaming more games on my PlayStation 5. I love the direct to YouTube application. That shit's awesome. And I still got a long way to go in Horizon Zero Dawn. Send me a DM sometime. I mean, if you guys on Twitter, if you're following me on Twitter, you can always send me a DM. If you want to see me stream a certain game, just say, hey, Newf, I haven't seen you in a while. If you're planning to stream it and love to see this game streamed or something like that, you know what I mean? I do like streaming from time to time. It's a nice break of pace. Plus, I get to kill two birds at one stone, because when you're streaming a game, you get to play the game, and you also get to hang out with you awesome people. So it's too. Hey, Timmy, what's going on, man? Andy Hart, what's going on to you, my brother? No, Sunday show and Tuesday show. Both shows will be canceled after the end of April. So the last podcast, guys, officially stated is April the 26th, Tuesday nights, Gaming After Dark. So pencil that in if you don't have it now. So, I definitely got to recharge, man. It's more than recharging too. It's just getting back to the basics in life, spending more time doing stuff that I need to be doing. Writing music, riding my bike, hanging out with my wife, playing some games, hanging out with my friends, who've obviously, and we're all much in the same boat, that for the last 2 years that basically part of our life has been stolen from us due to the pandemic. We haven't been able to go out and hang out and spend quality time with our friends. And at the end of the day, these podcasts mean a lot to me, but at the end of the day, there's other stuff that, that is obviously more important than firing up a board and jumping in front of a camera for, I don't know, talking games. Maybe more of us need to get back to playing games instead of talking games, right? I think that goes to the entire industry right now. It gets redundant after a while, but it is what it is, man. Like I said, everybody does this for different reasons. Some people just do it because they love it, and that's me. I just fell into it. I loved it, and and I think for me, a lot of it was after I left radio in 2017. This sort of became the next best thing. In many cases, it became better than radio, because in radio, I was always restricted as to, how long a break was, what I could say, that sort of thing. Whereas podcasting, I could talk about my favorite topic in the world, and that's pretty much gaming. And I could spend 2 hours or 3 hours, and I could talk as long as I wanted or whatever, and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So that's where I am, man. Wish I didn't get the PS5, because look what happened. Certainly the PS5's got nothing to do with my choices here, that's for sure. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. It's over an hour already. So hopefully I'll see a massive turnout, at least on the 26th. The more the merrier. Would love to see every single name. And if I got to spend an hour in the podcast shouting every single name on the final one. But I guess before I go, I owe it to you guys for coming out tonight and really showing your support and your love. Is to let you have an Ask Arnold segment or Safe House or Cletus. I'll do a couple of questions and then we'll wrap things up. So I'm going to stop the cam and I'll let you guys take time to drop a question in here. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Has anybody got any questions? Because now's the time. Jiu-Jitsu 50, what's going on, man? Thank you for that great comment, and we will miss all of you guys, too. I'll see some of you guys on Xbox or PlayStation from time to time. And like I said, there's big gaming topics. Maybe you'll see me a guest on somebody's show. You know, I'm no stranger to being a guest. We'll see how that goes. So, yeah. No, I won't be taking up felching as a new hobby. Now, mind you, I don't know. I could probably go for a couple of gangbangs with some sexy ladies, but that's another thing. Well, yes, I will definitely do a few guests from here and there. How they run their show, that's up to them. But yeah, Prophet, he's got a question for Arnold. What do you think about Titan Drago taking over Gad? I think this is absolutely asinine and crazy bullshit. What is this crap you're doing here, Newf Nukem? You're disappointing everybody. Just when people are starting to like you, you got to go out there and you're going to do this crap. I don't understand it. It's really weird. And then the worst on top of it all off, you're going to leave that little pipsqueak Titan Drago to come in. He's going to turn it into the Gaming After Smite show. He's going to talk about Smite and his other little weird games that he plays and all of that crazy crap. So I don't know what the hell you're doing. But I hope that eventually your wife is going to smack you upside the head and you're going to get back to doing exactly what you love and then standing here with these people and making them entertaining them all. All right. Tony Baloney says about Titan taking over Gad. Yeah, well, unfortunately, I don't have the Titan Tony Baloney's phone number. So yeah. I just missed something. Arnold, what did you do to cause Newf to shut down the podcast? Was Cletus involved? Yeah, I think the CRT probably got involved here with Cletus. I'm not sure what's going on. I guess it got too crazy. Nerds After Dark. Yeah. I'm just trying to catch up with the questions here. What did Arnold? What did Cletus? What did you do to cause Newf to shut down the podcast? I didn't do anything. I was sitting at home. I was just basically washing my toenails. And then all of a sudden I get a special surprise announcement. It's from Newf. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm going to take some time away from podcasting. I'm going to shut it all down. I don't even know what is wrong with this guy. He's really weirdo. But you know what? I will say this. You guys are amazing to come out here and support him through everything, to the thick and the thin that you're here. He just hopes that you won't abandon him and that you'll take off. Subscribe to the channel. Just let people know about it. You never know. Maybe he will come back sooner than later. But, honestly, this is up to him and only time will tell. How does Cletus think about all this?
Well, he ain't fiddly diddly. Honestly, I really could care less what the old Newf Nukem was going to do with his sticky ass podcast. I mean, he ain't got no talent. I'm the talented one. I'm the one that should have had my own podcast. And he had years to think about all this stuff, and he never once said, Cletus, you should have your own podcast. You should come on here and keep people happy, keep them laughing, because that's exactly what you're doing. But he never said that to me. He never gave me them options at all. No, sir. So fuck that Newf Goofum. Whatever the fucking name is, he can screw off. I'm sick of his shit. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna snuggle next to some pigs. I'm gonna make love to them, and then I'm gonna have bacon. Yes, indeedy.
What the hell was that, Cletus? Oh man. Yes, it is. Well, there's a Gaming After Dark tomorrow night. We're looking forward to it. So tomorrow night's show, we're going to have a new guest on, Draconius. And Draconius, he literally said he had a bucket list of things he wanted to do. This is how he came up to me. And one of his bucket lists that he put out on Twitter was he wanted to be on certain podcasts. And I think mine was one of the number one podcasts he wanted to guest on. And how can you not want to bring a guy on to guest when that's one of his bucket list items, is to be on your show? Honestly, he's honored to be on, and that makes me honored to invite him. that he wants to be on my show. That's pretty fucking cool. So Draconius is going to be on there tomorrow night. All that stuff. So it's going to be good stuff. I can't wait. Newf, I love the way you would pull out videos and articles on your show so people would understand what you were talking about. A lot of shows don't do that. Well, I greatly appreciate that, Sir X-Man. And Sir X-Man, I apologize for all the times I've been so tardy in trying to get to your super chats too, brother. Loved having you on Gaming After Dark a few weeks back, and who knows what the future will bring. Hey, maybe sometime I'm doing an impromptu, you'll be available. I'll get you to jump on with me. So you got one of the best voices in the business, Sir X-Man, and maybe you'll end up as a full-time member on somebody's podcast here at some point in time. Good stuff, guys. Do we have any more final questions before we get out of here? Anybody have a question for Safe House or another for Arnold or anything like that? Please put them in the chat here now, as we will try to close up the show in less than 5 minutes, guys. Yeah, it's been awesome. This has been one of those amazing. It's funny that my impromptu podcasts seem to be doing better than the ones I actually have advertised all week long. What the hell is up with that? It's crazy. I don't know if you guys just love to come in and see what kind of shit I'm going to throw out there. I don't know. But it's crazy, man. Yeah. Thanks, Timmy, for your support, guys. Everybody that's come out to the community game nights too. That's meant a lot. We've had amazing blasts at community game nights. I know Iceman, Game Down Sites. A lot of people in this chat have been there. Shout out to those guys too. The UK crew of Mr. Tushy, Animated Evil, the guys who basically picked up from what I was doing. Those guys came out to the North American community game nights, which I won't take credit for starting. I credit that largely to the Console Corner crew, because GKB and She-Wolf and the gang, they kind of started it. They just didn't make it very consistent. And when that podcast folded, there hadn't been really any community game nights. I kind of took up the mantle, and it kind of spiraled from there. And it was, for the most part, I think it's been a pretty huge success. It's been a lot of fun. Saturday nights usually. Mr. Tushy, Animated Evil, those guys normally do the UK ones. They do a Friday and Saturday night version. And my good friend Cerebral Paul, who's in the chat, him and Denitra have sort of taken upon themselves to kind of carry it up on the North American side, because there was a string of weeks where I couldn't make it due to commitments. And that's the thing too, right? Like, there's a lot more than just the podcast I was doing. It was trying to be a regular with community game nights, and you got to keep that consistent as well, because people forget you do them. They forget what times, all that sort of stuff, man. So Safe House, the restraining order is still in effect, show or no show.
What the fuck is going on, you bunch of cockasses? Yeah, man, I'm see my family there, baby. I can't believe the Newf Nukem is going to shut me down just when I was starting to feel my vibes, baby. I was starting to get good at this shit. People were coming out to see Safe House. I mean, I had to pick up the slack because that fucking Tony Maloney guy, him and Mag decided to fuck off on fucking GAD. So I had to come in. And show everybody exactly how it was done up in here. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I should do my own goddamn podcast. And fuck you, Newf Nukem, you cock-ass. I'll do my own fucking podcast. I'd be called a fucking bitch cast. That's why I'd be called, because I'll sit here for an hour and a half. I'll be bitching about everything. Because isn't that the way of the world now? You either marry a bitch, you always bitching, they bitching, you know, the world bitching, everything's fucking bitching. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the good kind of bitch. You know, back in the 80s when you was on a skateboard and you landed a good trick, someone said, man, that'd be bitching. No, that ain't the kind of bitching we bitching about now. Nah, fuck away. Everybody bitching about every goddamn thing every time. Motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Cockhammers? Fuck you, yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Motherfucker. Newf Nukem. You're a cock ass. What the fuck you doing? Shut down your fucking show, man. People actually came out to watch and listen to your fat fucking ass. But here you are. Here you are up in your feelings. Gonna leave. Gonna fucking leave because I don't know. You want to fucking strap your ass to a rocket ship or some fucking thing and go find yourself some cows and Mars. I don't know what the fuck you doing, man. I don't even know anymore. I can stay here all day. I could carry this on. Fuck you, Lucas channel. Go me the goddamn Save Our Sam channel. You ain't gonna see no gaming news like mine ever, because I'm gonna tear everybody doing. Sony, your public enemy number 1. Sony, your public enemy number 2. Sony, your public enemy number 3. And everything after, I'm coming after you, Nintendo, you fuckers, you bunch of cockasses.
Stop ripping your goddamn fans off, you motherfuckers. Yeah, just because people like Mario 30 fucking years ago. Honestly, sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes divorces, you know why they're expensive? Because fucking divorces, they're worth it, baby. And sometimes I think Nintendo fans, they gotta get a divorce from fucking Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? They need to get a divorce because all they doing is taking it up their ass. Yeah, they're taking it up their ass. They're just getting ripped off all the time. They ain't getting no sales over there, motherfucker. Goddamn Rocket Man. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to be busting a nut. I got veins popping out my fucking head right now because I'm getting worked up in here. I can't believe he's going to shut this shit down. I got what? I got like what? No, 3-4 weeks or something. I got to make my presence felt up in here. So half of the show going to be Save House Sam fucking show. Even if I got to sit there and I got to lay my big ass cock out on a fucking keyboard, make people stand up and say, yeah, baby, that's what we're going to do. Look, now, I lost 6 people in this fucking viewership because I'm out here. Now, you know what? Yeah, 6 fucking pussies that took off and left the show. Go watch another goddamn podcast where you got the same monotonous motherfuckers talking about the same monotonous motherfucking topics all the time. Not with Newf Nukem. That motherfucker throwing down the shit. He not only giving you opinions, but he fucking telling you how to work them opinions up your asshole when you're watching. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, let's go. Holy shit. Safe house. Sorry, buddy, but I had to do it to you, man. It is what it is, man. You cock ass. Yeah, man. It's been a good ride, though, guys. And obviously, yes, the personalities will miss you as well. Cletus, Safe House, Arnold. But we're going to close her down. Hour and a half in, pretty much almost into this show already. So to each and every one of you, I hope I've given everybody a shout out here. You guys are amazing. Again, a couple more weeks to enjoy the shows. Hopefully you'll see lots of support as we go out. Because the support down the stretch, it could be the thing that, that I look at and say, you know what, it's worth coming back one of these days. You know what I mean? So yeah, but that throat is raw. Absolutely, man. I tell you, you can take the phlegm off the throat when you're doing Safe House Sam. Let me tell you, holy mackerel. Not an easy personality to get to the bottom of. Yes, but a funny one all the same. So, anyway, guys, it's been amazing. I will see some of you guys online on Xbox. Just remember, I'll post them here in the chat. These are my names. It is Newf Nukem. There is a space. That's the Xbox one. I'm posting it in the chat here right now. That's on the Xbox. If you're trying to find me on PlayStation Network, it is this. It is Newf Nukem. Actually, sorry. It's all together on this one. Newf Nukem 76 on the PlayStation Network. Okay. There is a Newf Nukem on PlayStation Network, which is technically me, but I can never remember my passwords and shit to get back into the account, so I had to create a new one. Yeah, I know it's dumb, but that's what happened. So I had to create a new one. So there is an actual Newf Nukem, which is actually me, but that account I can't remember it, so I can't even get into that account anymore. So it's Newf Nukem 76. I don't even know what the hell my Switch code is, but you can add me there. And if you are adding me, please send a message because sometimes I get so many random people adding me and I don't know who they are. If you just say, Newf, watch the show, add me, I will definitely add you. Okay, so just send me a kind of a message so at least I know you're just not some random, what do you call them, like those porn bots or whatever the fuck it is that always adding me all the time. So yeah. Thanks, John, man. That makes me feel good, brother. It's great to know that somebody really enjoyed my shit. A lot of you here have. You guys are amazing, man. Thank you so much for everything, guys. For the long journey, like I said, I've been at this a long time. This wasn't something I started 6 or 7 months ago and decided, yeah, it ain't working out. No, this is 2014. Started it back up, man. Started it up. I don't know. I think it was probably 2015, 2016. I think it was, like I said, I was a member on Console Corner and, and it all started from a little guest spot on Crossfire on Friday night with Mooch and company and all that stuff. Send full send news on the Switch. Yeah, they're multiplayer games. Actually, that reminds me, I got to get PlayStation Plus. I can't even play multiplayer games on PlayStation right now. That kind of sucks because I don't have it. I got. Don't you start tearing up when you leave the show? I did my tears already, man. at the start of the show. But thank you guys. You're amazing. And it just, this just shows you how much that I do care. Um, you know, so anyway, guys, yeah, I said it 101 times. So don't forget, Gaming After Dark tomorrow night, 10 Eastern, me, Titan Trago, and Draconius. We're going to talk about the latest topics, probably including, I guess, a new announcement for a new Witcher game and a whole lot more. And then next Sunday, good morning, Xbox. Cerebral Pauls in the chat will be there with me as usual, as the rest of our amazing cast of characters, including our guest for next Sunday, is going to be Italian Clowns himself, the long overdue appearance of the man. So, yes, go support, and I will catch you guys all later. So, have a great night. Go back to playing your favorite games. I will see you around, but like I said, let's make the next few shows count. I hope to see everybody in the chats, and I'll try to keep the laughs coming as long as I'm hitting the on button. But until then, guys, everybody, guys, girls, everybody's in the chat. Have yourself a great night, and thank you so much for coming out for this special announcement. Take care, everybody.